Hey Scorpio, welcome to your love and romance reading for July 2021. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're sick and tired of love readings, you came to the right channel. You just clicked on the wrong video, my dears. Every week I do a weekly forecast where we talk about everything other than love. Once a month I do a love reading. And that's what this is right here, my darlings. We're going to see what is going on here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the area of love and romance for July 2021. I feel like we need one more good shuffle here, my dears. Let's get right on into it and see what messages are coming in for Scorpio. So your first card, my darlings, is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, Eight of Pentacles can be that one thing I have noticed and one thing I have seen, many Scorpios have not been very focused on love for quite some time. They've been really focusing here on working on themselves or on career and finances and abundance. However, some of you are opening up to that and you're feeling like, you know what, I'm ready. There's a sense with the Eight of Pentacles too that can have to do with paying a lot of attention to something and really trying to perfect it, to perfect something. And so I'm hearing fine-tuning. Scorpio, I feel something is happening in July where you're like, okay, I have this matter handled, right? Like I have my projects where I need them to be, or I have my job situation or career where I need it to be, and now I'm opening up for love or romance, or I'm keeping open to it. Eight of Pentacles can also indicate having to do with studying, like learning a new skill, taking some kind of course or training. So some of you could be meeting someone at some kind of class or some kind of training that you might be taking to better or to improve your skills. I do feel that many of you are in a situation where you're manifesting somebody who's a bit of a workaholic, okay? Especially those of you that you've been very focused on your career. And so this is somebody coming in kind of like as a mirror. And one of the things you guys are going to have to learn is balancing work and personal life, work and love life, balancing the two things. Some of you, this is very interesting. I feel some of you might be meeting somebody and you might be interested in them, they're interested in you, but somehow I see you guys starting to work together in some kind of way. So maybe they're helping you out with some of your projects, or if you have a business, or if they have a business, maybe you're helping them out around their business. But I'm seeing something here where it's like a lot of working in the relationship, like actual working. So this is an interesting dynamic. You guys will have to let me know. Those of you that end up having this experience, you'll have to come back and let me know in the comments what happened, because very interesting. I feel like some of you are just very unexpectedly landing into some kind of a job, and that's somehow connected to love life, or love life is unexpectedly bringing you a job. Very interesting. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Five of Swords. Okay. So some of you could be finding yourselves having to work on your triggers in July. Okay. I'm hearing disapproval. Some of you are dealing maybe with the disapproval of people around this relationship or around this connection, and it may result for some of you in the burning of bridges. Funny enough, I feel for a lot of you Scorpios, this has to do with friendships more so than family. And I keep hearing peanut gallery. For me, comments from the peanut gallery. It's like people coming in and trying to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, or they don't like this relationship for you. One of the things that I've talked about, or that's come up a lot in the private readings for people, or in terms of manifestation and the weekly forecast as well, some of us get stuck because we're trying to manifest who we think we're supposed to manifest. Like, we're trying to manifest the person that's going to impress everybody in our life, and we don't even realize we're doing this. But the truth of the matter is, we want something completely different, right? Like, that's not the ideal relationship for us. It's the relationship we've been taught that we want. And so I feel, Scorpio, that many of you have somebody coming in where universe might be playing matchmaker here and saying, look, we hear you, we know what you're manifesting, but we also know you're manifesting that because it's been put in your head. We have a feeling, right, that you're going to be happier in this type of relationship with this type of person. So give it a shot, try it out, and see how you feel about it, right? Maybe playing matchmaker in this way. Obviously, we have free will. And if we decide, no, I'm going to hold out for what mom and dad always told me to go for, or I'm going to hold out for, the kind of person my friends and family keep saying I deserve or that I should be with. And don't get me wrong, I don't mean that you're downgrading. I don't mean that at all. It's just people have different value systems. People have different priorities. People have different principles. And so you may be looking for somebody that is satisfying someone else's value system. But when it comes down to it, your values, your priorities are completely different. And Spirit, maybe for some of you, is trying to help you see that, trying to show you that. Like, hey, in your heart of hearts, these are the things that you admire about people. These are the things that attract you about people. And so some of you are having to, kind of shut something down with people around you. Like, look, I hear you. I understand what you're saying. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be with the person. You're not going to be with the person. It doesn't matter to you, right? As long as you're with somebody who's not being abusive or, toxic in some kind of way, it's, nobody can tell you who to be with, right? It's good for friends and family to be concerned about you and to want what's best for you. But at the end of the day, your best and their best may be different in terms of what is best for you. And so I feel something is happening here in like working through those insecurities or those triggers or setting down those boundaries, okay? For some of you, you have to be cautious how you're dealing with the workaholic situation, because I feel like if you do, this person is going to throw it right back in your face. Like, oh, really? How come I have to adjust my schedule? How come, when I'm available, it's okay for you to tell me you're busy, but when you're available and I'm busy, that's not okay. There could be a bit of a power struggle. And so that's not to say the relationship can't work out. This is something where you guys are going to have to communicate and get this figured out. Oddly enough, I think it's funny that some of you are ending up starting something with this person work-wise. The next card here, my darlings, is the Seven of Cups. And Seven of Cups is a card that can come up when we feel really overwhelmed and we're not sure which direction to go in. Alternatively, Seven of Cups can also sometimes come up where something feels like a dream come true. Like we're just really overwhelmed that we can't believe this actually happened, or like we feel like we're dreaming. Okay? Now, I want to emphasize here that I feel like this card is confirming what I felt, that some of you are manifesting the kind of person that's really going to make you happy versus who you've been trying to manifest aligned with what you've been told or taught you should want. Because you guys who watch my weekly videos, you might have heard me talk about the Seven of Cups. And 1 minute here, I need to clarify something because I feel like somebody's coming at the comments with me about this, about like options and stuff. I know a lot of you guys are used to watching tarot readings for love and romance, and people see Seven of Cups and it immediately gets stereotyped as, oh, this person has a lot of other options, or oh, this person is busy with other things and they're checking out other people and they got a lot of people around them and they don't know who they want to be with. That can be true sometimes. And Scorpio, hey, Maybe for some of you, you're the one in that energy. But the fact that Seven of Cups is coming up with what I felt around the energy with you and what you're manifesting, those of you who watch my weekly forecasts, you may have heard me talk about Seven of Cups when it comes up in a way that you're scared to go for something because you're scared that you want the wrong thing, or you're scared that you're choosing the wrong thing, because growing up you developed this belief that you like stupid things or you make bad decisions. And I always give the example of a kid who's like, oh, you know, mom, dad, auntie, grandma, grandpa, uncle, like whatever, can you please get me this toy, or can we please buy this cereal? And they're like, no, I'm not spending my money on that garbage, I'm not spending my money on that trash, put it away, right? Or you want something and they say, oh, no, this is what you need, how about this, we're gonna go get you this instead, right? And they may have been coming from a good place, you know, maybe they felt like they didn't want you to have all the sugar in the cereal or whatever it might have been. They may have been coming from a good place, but as a kid you hear that and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I like dumb stuff, right? So then, like, when we want something, we're scared to want it. We're scared to want it. And so Seven of Cups for some of you is going to be, Spirit is trying to show you, look, you've been trying to manifest this person that's not really going to make you happy. You know, this is going to make you happy, right? So we're kind of playing matchmaker here. At the end of the day, you have free will, right? You can choose what you want to choose. But Spirit is showing you a different type of person, a different way, a different path. And you're going to have to choose. You're going to have to decide what you want to do. Okay? Your next cup here, my dears, or your next card, I should say, is the Sun. Okay? Now, traditionally, in terms of astrology, the Sun card is going to be representative of Leo energy. Okay, and some of you could be dealing with a Leo. Now, I know they typically say Leo and Scorpio can't be together. Leo and Scorpio are, bad for each other. They can't have a successful relationship. That depends on a lot of things. That depends on your placements. Sometimes it could even be that this person's like moon or rising or Venus. It may not even be their sun sign, but there's somebody with a strong Leo energy coming in. It depends on your planetary placements, and at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer that if two people are mature enough, like if they're mature enough, if they're spiritually awake enough and evolved enough, and if two people care about each other and they're committed to making a relationship work, they're going to make it work regardless of the zodiac. That's my belief. Maybe it's controversial for some people, and it's true that certain personality types are going to rub us the wrong way, but sometimes there's past life connections, there's soulmate connections, and we might be drawn to somebody. And if those two people are committed to making it work, they're going to work past the differences. So I just want to put that quick little disclaimer out there before somebody's like, you don't know anything about astrology and Leo and Scorpio can't be together. Okay, yeah, but sometimes they can, and I'm just putting that out there as like a little disclaimer. Doesn't necessarily mean a Leo is coming in. I'm just pointing it out astrologically. This could be representative of Leo energy. However, okay, it is a major arcana card, and for me, in my readings, when major arcana cards come up, we're coming into a new chapter, we're coming into a new cycle, we're coming into a new phase. And for me, when a major arcana card comes up between two people or in a love situation, it's telling me that there's a strong past life connection and that you all have met for a specific reason or specific lesson. And the Sun card is about true love. It's about freedom. It's about happiness. It's about the ability of being able to be seen, to be yourself, to shine. It's the exact opposite of a codependent relationship. So many of you have been longing for that, and you've been working very hard to manifest something that's not codependent, and this is coming in for you in July. Okay? Other ones of you, you're going to feel this in the sense that this is someone who's really truly allowing you to be yourself, where you don't feel like you have to edit yourself. You don't feel like you have to be a certain kind of way. Scorpio, I feel some of you are coming from a culture or a background or a class type where people kind of can be a little bit pretentious, even if they're not like a big deal, even if they don't have anything to like brag about. Everybody's always trying to like one up each other or show off, and this has really kind of influenced your love life in terms of the partner that you're with, because in the back of your head you think about that. What are they gonna say? What are they gonna do? And so in relationships you've kind of felt like, you know, the odd man out, or maybe a little bit awkward. But with this person, this person's not pretentious. They're not pretentious. They're not judgmental. They're very authentic. They're very real, and they love it when you are yourself. Like the things that you felt like you had to hide, they adore it. They eat it up. They love it. And so I feel that this is a relationship that for the first time you feel like you can really be yourself. And sometimes Scorpios, we can kind of have a dark sense of humor, or we might be a little bit forward or a little bit straightforward, or very honest about certain things. We may get like very deeply emotional. This is someone who's going to love all of those things about you. They're going to love those things about you. And so this is like a true love relationship. This is a relationship where your inner child feels safe. I feel your inner child and their inner child play very well together. Okay? So it's very positive energy in this way. And it's a significant person. It's a significant partner. And that's what a lot of you have been holding out for. You're like, look, I'm not like really into somebody who's going to be a fling. I'm not really into somebody who's going to be a one-night stand. You know, I want somebody, you know, who's going to have a future with me. And the Sun card shows that. Okay? But also this is like a future where you're not having to sacrifice. You're not having to give up who you are or your path to be with this person. There's independence. The next card coming up here, my darlings, is the Empress, another major arcana card. This could indicate Libra or Taurus energy, specifically feminine Libra or Taurus energy. So some of you may be coming into those aspects of yourself if you have those placements, or you may be manifesting somebody who has a Libra placement and who's coming in with a very nurturing, very creative, very soft energy. Empress here is also very much like doesn't answer to anybody. Okay, Empress is Empress and Emperor. There's nobody above them but God in heaven, right? The celestial bodies and God in heaven. And so I feel that this is a relationship in which there's a lot of respect, and whatever the power struggle is for some of you, you're going to come out of it, and you're going to come out of it in a way where it doesn't have to be dramatic. There doesn't have to be drama. There doesn't have to be tension, right? Through communication, through gentleness, through conversation, reasoning and logic, even though I know reasoning and logic might not be keywords for the Empress card. Empress is also very much a self-employment card for me. And so I do feel that for some of you, there's that element here in this relationship, right? Like this path is leading you to this person, or this is how you're meeting this person. Empress also is very respected energy. The kind of energy, to me in my readings in terms of personality, where people genuinely respect her, right? They behave because they hate the thought of letting her down or falling from her favor. Not because they're terrified of her. Not because she's going to yell or scream or get upset. And so, or like come after them. And so I feel that a lot of you are manifesting a relationship where there's genuine respect. Genuine respect, and this is somebody who conducts themselves in a respectful way. There's a sense here for some of you in terms of manifesting motherhood or fertility, stepping into the energy of motherhood, or manifesting the person who's going to have your child, depending on your situation, who you are, where you are in your life. there could be an element of motherhood and children energy here too as well. Some of you are stepping in as a mother fairly early on in this relationship with this person, okay? Or this person is stepping in as a mother to your child pretty early on in the relationship. And for a lot of you, this is because of the contract. This is because of the agreement. Like, this is soul family, but coming up as like actual physical family, like a ready-made family for some of you. You may want to check out your moon sign, rising sign, and Venus sign if this is neither of those for you. A lot of people swear by their Venus sign when it comes to love. Sometimes month to month, one sign might resonate more than the other. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. Don't forget, guys, check out the weekly forecast where we talk about everything other than love during the week. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, my dears. Be well.